8 child superstars who passed away very young. 8. Anton Yelchin, 1989 to 2016. Yelchin played the cute kid in Hearts of Atlantis. He was only 12 when the film was released. He briefly became an indie star. Yelchin even took on the role of Chekhov in Star Trek Into Darkness in 2013. He passed away in an unexpected accident. Yelchin was struck by his personal SUV while he was in his own driveway. Yelchin stepped out of the car without putting it in park. He was rolled up against a pillar and then crushed. 7. Corey Haim, 1971 to 2010. Corey Haim and Corey Feldman rose to fame in the 1980s. In the cult classic The Lost Boys, the two Coreys had a starring role. Feldman then disclosed that Haim had experienced physical assault. Haim himself never discussed it in public, but he developed an addiction to illegal substances quite quickly. The Canadian actor lost his life at the age of 38 by consuming substance use. 6. Heather O'Rourke, 1975 to 1988. Steven Spielberg cast Heather when she was 5 years old. He noticed the girl in a diner and immediately offered her a role. In Poltergeist, Heather portrayed Carolyn Freeling. In the 1986 sequel, she played the same part again. In 1988, the third Poltergeist movie was released. It was Heather O'Rourke's last ever role. She had passed away by the time the film was released. Heather had Crohn's disease and passed away during surgery at 12. 5. Judith Barsi, 1978 to 1988. Barsi's last big-screen role was another Spielberg connection. She was in the 1987 film Jaws: The Revenge. On The Tracey Ullman Show, Barsi further portrayed the young girl. Her father, Yosef, took life of both her and her mother's. His mother had been considering divorcing him. Yosef took life of his family and then took his life too. 4. Dana Plato, 1964 to 1999. In the 1970s and 1980s, Plato was an idol for every teenager. On Different Strokes, she portrayed Kimberly Drummond. Plato's breakthrough feature was California Suite in 1978. The film received an Oscar. However, the rising celebrity battled addiction. Plato was detained in 1991 after robbing a video store. She had been armed with a pellet gun. She was detained for faking a prescription a year later. She was 34 when she overdosed in 1999. 3. River Phoenix, 1970 to 1993. The older brother of Joaquin Phoenix made his breakthrough at age 12. In 1986, he starred in Stand By Me. Later, River co-starred with Keanu Reeves in the film My Own Private Idaho. Johnny Depp hosted a Halloween celebration in 1993. River, Joaquin and Rain Phoenix were all present. The celebration continued on until very early in the morning. River took a speedball and passed out. When Joaquin dialed 911, his sibling had already passed away. 2. Sawyer Sweeten, 1995 to 2015. Sawyer and Sullivan Sweeten were twins. The brothers became well known as a result of their appearance on Raymond. They had just turned 18 months old at the time. The public saw them growing for the following 9 years. After Sullivan and Sawyer had a falling out, the show was cancelled. Sawyer was miserable and broke. 19 days before turning 20, he sued himself in the head. 1. Rob Knox, 1989 to 2008. Rob Knox portrayed Marcus Belby in the Harry Potter franchises. He made a posthumous cameo in The Half-Blood Prince. Rob visited a pub in southeast London just before the film's premiere. Rob was with his 17-year-old brother Jamie. Jamie was in danger from a man brandishing 2 kitchen knives. Rob intervened to stand up for his brother. Rob, 19, was fatally stabbed by the man, Carl Bishop. He was sentenced to life in prison.